Hello and welcome to Kitchen Inspirations. My name is Carmelo and I'm super excited to be here with you on this lovely Friday, February the 23rd. And can you believe it? It is already almost March, just next week. I still remember Christmas like if it was, last week. In fact, that was the last time we had our previous live stream. Maybe that's why I'm, thinking it, time goes by really fast. But with that said, did you get anything from Zojirushi during the holidays? If you did, do let us know down in the comments. With that said, let's start our live stream. Today we're going to be talking all about our premium rice cookers. So you see 4 rice cookers right here in front of me. The one to my right over here is what we call conventional type rice cooker. Now this is the more traditional in the sense that this technology has been going on for a very long time. In fact, I believe the technology is about 100 years or a little bit more. And so that's why it looks like this. So why do we make these rice cookers still? Well, simply because, it's very easy to make rice. It's simple. It's cost effective for, everyone. And the rice just tastes great. With that said, I do want to mention that there is one heating element. The heating element is actually in the bottom. So you see that shiny part right here? That is the heating element. Once it's connected to electricity, it heats it up. And from there, you put your rice, your cooking pan, and then it starts heating up the rice, making it very nicely and very, very, very consistent. So with that said, we do have our next category. This is the MyCom type category. Now this MyCom is short for microcomputer. So there is actually a microcomputer chip right here that is actually, telling the rice cooker what type of course to cook. So this one specifically, there is a sushi rice, there is a mixed rice, there is a long grain white rice, there is even a course for brown rice, GABA brown rice, and so on. So with this microcomputer chip, you could really just tell the rice cooker, hey, you have brown rice in here, let's cook, let's cook in a way that it's gonna cook brown rice to its best capabilities. Now, this one specifically also has a quinoa course. So quinoa, if you're familiar with it, is actually not rice. However, if you put quinoa in there, now it knows, hey, this is not rice. Don't cook it how you usually cook rice, but cook it how you would want to cook quinoa, making it the perfect course for quinoa. And I've actually used this course a lot. It makes quinoa so juicy, and I highly recommend it. But with that said, without getting sidetracked too much, this is what a microcomputer or MyCom rice cooker is. On top of that, we did add 3 heating elements. So with this previous one, we only have it at the bottom. But for our MyCom, we have one at the bottom, kind of around in the middle part of the cooking pan, and then one on the top. So it is cooking not only rice from the bottom, but it has 3 sources: bottom, middle, top, making that rice even much more better, much more consistent. Essentially, it's making the rice perfect, if you believe it or not. I do, because I've had rice many times with our rice cookers, and it cooks really flawlessly. If you have any questions at all throughout this live stream, go ahead and please let us know. We are happy to provide you that answer. But with that said, let's continue and talk about the next category. This is the important part right here. We're going to be talking about our premium rice cookers. This one is called what we call induction heating, or IH for short. Now, induction heating, it also has the MyCom microcomputer chip that allows, the rice cooker to cook many types of rice. In addition, it does have 3 heating elements, okay? So one at the bottom, one kind of around in the middle, and then one at the top. However, with this, it also has induction heating. Essentially what that means is that a magnetic field is created inside within the rice cooker, allowing the cooking pan to become the heating element itself. So instead of having 1, 2, and 3, and those 3 sources kind of just cooking the rice, the whole cooking pan becomes the heating element. So this is kind of where you have a 360 kind of degree angle of every single rice grain being cooked at the same time, allowing for that much more consistent rice and fluffier rice. And just overall, if you taste the difference between a MyCom and an IH, I know it's a little bit difficult, but if you do get to experience that, you could really really taste the fluffiness in induction heating rice cookers. So this is why induction heating is our premium rice cooker. And believe it or not, if you want to go a step beyond perfection, we do have our pressure rice cookers. Now this one is our NW-JEC series. This is our flagship. Now for pressure type rice cookers, we do have the microcomputer chip inside telling the cores, the rice cooker, what course you want to make. It also has induction heating, so very high heat, cooking the rice simultaneously at the same time, but it adds another element, and that element is of course pressure, hence the name pressure rice cooker. Now, when you mix very high heat or induction heating plus pressure, that is what we call premium convection. Now this is kind of hard to imagine, but just imagine that you have rice. When you cook rice in a cooking pan, it's kind of cooking it in a very static way. But when you add pressure to it, you're kind of pushing the rice, and it causes an effect where the rice is kind of flipping and turning, just kind of like this, allowing the rice to be cooked dynamically instead of statically. Now, this kind of creates another level where you're cooking the rice from all angles. Again, we have induction heating, so it's cooking the rice at all angles, 360, while flipping and turning the rice with pressure, allowing for that rice grain, for every single individual rice grain to be cooked from, top, bottom, left, right angle, because it's turning the rice. And that allows for the rice to be that much more consistent, much more fluffy, sweeter, and of course, that much better. In addition to that, the rice, the pressure type rice cookers, it does come with a very heavy duty rice cooking pan. Now, if you want, please, let's go to the close-up so I can show you what I'm talking about, okay? So let's go over here. So you can see right here that this is actually iron coated and platinum infused, right? So you can tell that is actually really nice. So coming back over here, what does that mean? Well, iron coated helps with the induction heating because it is, iron coated. Now that will allow the high heat to become that much more higher and much more effective when it's cooking the rice. And then the platinum infused nonstick coating is perfect because when it infuses with water, it alkalizes it, and then that turns the rice grain that much more sweet. So if you want perfection, sweet rice, the best of the best, you cannot go wrong with the pressure type rice cookers. Okay, so with that said, these are the 4 different types of rice cookers that we have. Once again, to summarize, conventional type rice cooker, micom type rice cooker, there's again 3 heating elements and then the different core selection. Over here, induction heating, the 3 heating elements with the induction heating allows for a 360 degree of cooking white rice. And of course, we have the different courses. And last but not least, we have the heating element, which is the induction heating, with the different courses, the micom section of it. And last but not least, we have pressure, allowing for the best, most consistent rice possible. Now, this is the best of the best. If you are curious how that tastes like, we do have 2 types, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Okay, well, with that said, let's put this aside and then let's talk about our induction heating models. Now, if you're interested in induction heating models, then, well, actually, let's see, before we move on, we do have over here on Facebook, I believe, we do have a question from Cassandra Kofelt. I have an NHS-10 and it's great for my 2-person household, 4 years strong. Again, NHS. Yes, so NHS-10, it is perfect for a household of 1 to 4 people. Perfect, very easy to do. All you gotta do is put rice in the cooking pan, 1 button, or 1 switch I should say, and just like that you can cook rice. Now this is very simple, it's very efficient, and it makes great rice. So yeah, thank you for that comment, Cassandra. And with that said, we do have our induction heating again. If you want to go a step beyond your NHS 10 Cassandra, we do have the NW-QAC, the induction heating models. Maybe not now, but maybe sometime in the future that you can think about. So we do have 3 models for these. The NW-QAC is one of them. And then we have the NP-HCC, which is the next one. And last but not least, the NP-GBC. Okay, so let's talk about these. The NW-QAC, why would you want this over this one over this one? Well, simply put, these are all induction heating, meaning that they all have that 360-degree, very flawless rice cooking function. However, the courses within these, the design can be a little bit different. So with that said, the NP-HCC is what I would say a rice lover's rice cooker, simply because there is nothing but rice courses in here. So, just talking about our other rice cookers, for example, this Micron rice cooker, we talked about it. It has a steel cutout, so it has a quinoa course that you could add to it. This induction heating only has rice. So let's look. It has a white rice course, which has a regular consistency, has a softer consistency or a harder consistency. It has sushi rice, porridge, sweet brown rice course, and then a GABA brown rice. Everything is rice. So if you love rice, you cannot go wrong with the NP-HCC models. Now, if you want something that's a little bit more on the multi-function capability rice cooker, then you cannot go wrong with the NW-QAC. Now, looking at these, right away you could tell that this one has a nice, very sleek flat top design again. So it's kind of black, right? So it's shiny black on the top, and then it's kind of matte black kind of on the sides. So it has a very nice, distinguished feel to it. This one is just your traditional Zojirushi kind of round rice cooker. Okay, now this one, it does have your basic rice features, your courses. So white rice, mixed rice, sushi rice, sweet rice, jasmine rice course, a congee rice course, and a brown rice course, in addition to GABA brown rice. However, it does have 3 different features, 3 different courses that kind of distinguishes this into a multi-function rice cooker. One of them is the steel cut oatmeal course. Now that's just, if you've never had steel cut oatmeal, it's just oatmeal before it was kind of squished. It's really good, and it does take longer times, and that's why we put a course in here. In addition, there is a quinoa course and a steaming course. So it actually comes with a steaming basket, so you can actually steam your foods in here. So if you like multi-function, then you cannot go wrong with the new NW-QAC. If you like rice, and NP-HCC. Now what about this little guy? Well, this is the NP-GBC, and the reason you would want this is simply because you have a smaller household, or maybe you're living by yourself. I would recommend this to maybe a household of 1 to 3 people. And this is very similar in terms of courses with the NP-GBC. There's a lot of rice courses. So looking at it, we have the white rice, we have a rinse-free option, quick cooking, we have sushi, porridge, brown rice, and GABA brown rice. So it's all about rice. However, it's a little bit smaller. It fits in more countertops because of its smaller size, and it can be perfect for individuals all the way to smaller families. Now for these two, there are 2 sizes, a 5.5 cup, which I would recommend to a household size of 1 to 4 people, or a bigger 10 cup rice cooker. So these are the 5.5, but the bigger size, I would recommend to a household size of, let's say, 5 people or more. Or simply, if you're really into, for example, meal prepping, where you just spend the whole Sunday or just one day to meal prep the rest of the week and you use a lot of rice, then the bigger size will definitely help. But of course, that's a very special, unique situation. Other than that, I would recommend it for 5 or more people in the household. Okay, so that again is our induction heating rice cookers. If if you are thinking about getting one of these, do let me know. Okay, over here we have Kim Bolberg in Facebook asking or stating, I love my 3-cup one, perfect size. So Kim Bolberg, do let me know, do you have the NP-GBC or do you have another 3-cup like the NSLGC? Okay, so let's move on to the pressure types. So now that we talked about the induction heating, we do have the pressure types. And of course, this one you are seeing right here is our flagship, the NW-JEC. Beautifully designed, you know, flat top, more modern looking, shiny, silky, black on black. Over here, it is shiny all around. All right, so you can see that right here. And we have the flat top, very nicely, perfect in any countertop. In addition to that, we do have this one over here, the NP-NWC, another pressure type rice cooker. Now, if you like that more kind of round, circular feel to your rice cookers, then you cannot go wrong with this one. Now, in terms of courses, they're more or less the same. There are just a few more courses here in the NW-JEC for white rice options. So for example, this one has white rice. So you have your regular rice, and then you have your soft and then softer white rice, your hard and harder white rice. So you can see that there's actually a lot of more ways to cook white rice. I know some people don't like soft rice. Well, you have your harder rice. This one does have that option as well, but not as much. For white rice, you have your white rice, your soft, and then your harder rice. Okay, so yeah, in terms of courses, they're more or less the same. However, in terms of how they look very, very differently. You know, which one do you want for your specific countertop? On top of that, there is an AI feature over here called the My Rice feature. Now, this My Rice feature has 49 different ways of making white rice. So every time you make a white rice, it will actually ask for your input. Like, hey, did you like your white rice? You would say yes or no. You will kind of do it in a point system where it will one day eventually finally find the way that you like your white rice to be made. And once you say, I love it, it will memorize that, and it will always, always, always cook your white rice to that specific, you know, way that you like to cook the white rice. So again, these pressure rice cookers, phenomenal. Make the best rice. If you want to know what the best of the best is, you cannot go wrong with either the NP-NWC or the NW-JEC. Alrighty, so it seems, okay. All right, so going back to Volberg, who just said I have a 3-cup. So which one do you have? I am not sure. Okay, so yeah, we do have, we have a few 3-cup rice cooker. I believe we have about 4 or 5 maybe. But yes, the NP-GBC, let me know. Does it look like this? If it looks like this, it might be the NP-GBC, or the NS-LGC looks like this as well. There are a few other ones, but yeah, so it might be, you might have one of 3 of these rice cookers. I believe there's like 5 or 4, but yeah. So, okay, with that said, yeah, let's show you some rice, right? Okay, I have the NS-LHC05. Yes, that is the other one. The NS-LGC, NS-LHC, the NS-LGC, and the NP-GBC all look very similar, but the courses that are actually inside, they differ a little bit. So yeah, the NS-LHC. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that, Kim. Okay, so let's show you how some induction heating rice is. So over here, I actually made some, and I actually wanted to make some with our smaller one, the NP-GBC, simply because, you know, personally, if you don't have, again, a big household, then maybe the small rice cookers is the one that is best for you. So with that said, let's go ahead and put some rice. I had some made about an hour ago. So it looks. And again, for these, all of our rice cookers will always come included with a rice spatula. All you have to do, of course, is just get the rice. If you've never cooked with a rice cooker, just go ahead and you know, scoop up your rice, and it'll come up very easily. Just so I can show you, I'll go ahead and show you in the close-up cam one more time. So let's come over here. So this is the rice that we made with the induction heating. And let me tell you, it is very, very delicious. With that said, I'm getting kind of hungry, so let's do a test. I know you cannot really see how it looks that much in camera, but at least I can tell you how it tastes, right? So with that said, let's get a big one. That is good rice. I could really, really, really taste the softness and the juiciness. Like, it is not dry at all. It's not dry. And in fact, we actually didn't put anything on it. Like, I know some people, sometimes when they're cooking rice in a pan, you know, they might put like salt or anything. We didn't put anything. We just put rice, and I could taste the sweetness in it. There's actually a very, very predominant sweetness into this white rice. Again, with our induction heating and our pressure type rice cookers, this is the type of result that you can get. So again, don't believe me, try it for yourself. You can go ahead, go to shop.zojirushi.com. Once again, shop.zojirushi.com, or you can just click on the live stream link and it should be right there specifically just for you. So with that said, any other questions? Let's see. Okay, it seems like that is it. Once again, it is Friday, February 23rd. It is almost March. Everyone, you know, enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much for joining us on this live stream, and I will see you very, very soon. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already on our YouTube channel. We do have it as well. And if you haven't already on Facebook, do like our live streams and everything. We really appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.